this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Om Adyaye Namaha. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you'd like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. These are my predictions for April 2025. Now, this is very intense month because we have Sun, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Rahu, all in Pisces until April 13th. April 13th, then the Sun moves into Aries. But on April 2nd, Mars will move into Cancer and trine all these planets. So this is very explosive. Mars will be in detriment, aspecting all of these planets, aspecting Saturn. So we know what happens when Saturn and Mars get together, causes huge events. And then Rahu's going to amplify Mars in detriment as well. And then that's going to affect poor Venus in between these malefics. Mercury will be there and slowly going away from these planets, but will still be in Pisces by the end of the month. So this is very, very intense energy. So let's talk about the Mars transit first. April 2nd, Mars will go into Cancer. It'll first go into Purnar Vasu. In the scriptures, there's many stories in regards to rulerships and ruling a kingdom in this pada. There's one story about Lanka where Mahapandit Ravana said, "Only I will rule, and anyone who speaks against my wish or tells me something I do not want to listen has to leave the kingdom." So just think about that and what's happening right now. So Mars will be in detriment, aspecting Rahu and Saturn, which causes a revolution, and Venus is there in Mercury, so revolution over money and trade. Jupiter is in Taurus, which is all about money and our resources as well. And then now we have Mars there, which is saying, hey, I'm not going anywhere, and if you don't like it, you can leave the kingdom. And it will be aspecting the Sun, which is rulers as well until the 13th, which is the government and those in senior positions. Presidents, for example. So they will be saying that too, and people will be pushing against that. Now, emotional breakdowns can happen with this Mars, where people are convinced to do something based on their own emotions, which they later regret in this pada. And this can have to do with loans, banks, or testing other people. This can involve the housing market, because the housing market is going to go down when Mars goes in here. This is aspecting many planets in Purva Bhadrapada, which is the dark agenda of the elite at play. Mars will be 0 degree of Cancer in Purna Vasu. This is where Trump launched his meme coin. I think that was this year. And so now we're moving towards that point again. And that pada has to do with someone who's creating harm to others by using their emotions against them and not helping society. And it can also bring a lot of problems related to children. Now there's anger towards leaders, revolts, protests in the matters of civil servants, money, resources, trade, and rights. Like I said, this can bring detriment to the housing market where the price can go down, which is good for buyers. So it'll be a buyer market. You have to be careful of housing and rental scams, passive aggressiveness, religious bias. So we're going to be revisiting with this Mars the events from October 20th till January 20th. So that was the US elections. Now on April 11th, it will go into Pusha Nakshatra, and this is a nakshatra of those who create plans, but with Mars here in detriment, the plans are not going smoothly, and the actions of such plans are not working, and the strategy must be adjusted. This also gives tantric knowledge, and there's arrogance in regards to action and warlike activities at this time. Revenge can take place here by becoming a better version of yourself. That's the best revenge always. From April 11th to the 20th, someone can be killed or their career is ended so that someone can take their place in a leadership position or acquire it in a wrongful manner. Now, this is from the scriptures of what happens, okay? And it's very concerning, and it's very odd because this is the time period when JFK was assassinated. I see something happening in the US and I'm trying to figure it out. There's so many things hitting Trump's chart in his D9 and his D30, which causes a lot of evils in your life. So this could be everyone hating him, but there's something happening in the US, and this could be other countries as well. I could be wrong, but I'm going to make an entire video about this and kind of break this down. But I was also saying on April 8th, that's what looks like something can happen to people in government. Trump has to be careful because you're pissing off so many people. You never know what can happen. But this can also be a staged event. Maybe they made him do all this to be so aggressive so that they can stage this event, because many events like this are staged. I don't know, but it's looking like somebody's career is definitely going to be ending. Then on April 20th to 27th, it's about someone who earns money but does not care about the environment or the masses and is destroying it, and their daily routine is destroying society. This could be someone who's into the third house matters, trade, for example, travel, for example. Then from the 27th to the end of the month, it is important not to get so busy with work that you forget to care about your loved ones. Problems in relationships can happen due to lack of affection. That Mars will be in Cancer until June 6th, aspecting that Saturn and Rahu still around that time. So this very explosive energy. Like I said, we're going to have a Venus conjunction with Saturn, and this is the matters of karma with money, relationships, business, contracts come into play. Some may be gaining some material assets, and some may start to budget. And this depends on your chart. A reality sets in when it comes to these affairs, and we can be more realistic now. Solid commitments can happen. For some, this can be with a relationship or an older partner. Then on the same day, Mercury turns direct. So the themes of trade, tariffs, the stock market can move forward, which will still have ups and downs because it's conjunct Rahu and then it's aspected by Mars in detriment. Especially around this day, we can see very sudden and unexpected events in the stock market as well, and mercurial themes. Sudden ideas, genius-like thinking can happen, excellent communication can happen, unconventional talks, breaking taboos involving money and leaders as well. We also have to be careful of like power outages, cyber attacks, all of these things with this Mercury and Rahu happening. Venus and Saturn here can lead to more realistic plans. This can also be using technology for monetary purposes or trade, like crypto or new inventions. I really do believe a lot of countries are trying to change the way we use money at this time. Maybe they crash the markets and you have no choice but to go digital all of a sudden. There's a massive change. So anything is possible. But also, yeah, be careful of scams and salesmen who are trying to sell you things that you don't need, who are actually very good liars. Now, on April 10th, Jupiter will change Nakshatra from Rohini to Megashira Nakshatra. It was in Megashira before on April 20th, 2024 until November 28, 2024. So we're going to, if you can think back, we're going to be revisiting all of these themes. This is about searching. This can be in the matters of knowledge, wisdom, teachers, gurus, always wanting to know more. This nakshatra is prominent in those who have a mass following, so this can increase yours if you're in that type of field. Not a good nakshatra for marriage, as many can fall for a mirage that everything is better or greener on the other side and feel like they always want more and they're just not satisfied. Be careful of scams and illusions because of this as well, and many will be cautious in the matters of finance, publishing, marketing, and teachers before they invest. Even with money, people will be very cautious all of a sudden. It will be there until June 13th, and then June 13th goes to Ardhara Nakshatra, and that creates a very big storm. We'll talk about that when we get closer to it. On April 12th, Venus will turn direct, and we can move forward on the matters that we're reviewing from March 1st. That could be in relationship matters, business partnerships, contract, beauty or luxury items or purchases, art, music, matters of law. This can show a profound spiritual experience, advancing on the spiritual path, a transformation of money, relationships, and partnerships. But we also must be aware, because this is a nakshatra of a double-faced person. So beware of relationships. For some may not be who they say they are until April 25th. unless it's an extremely spiritual person. But also be careful of contracts, spiritual people, gurus, and retreats. You could be getting scammed here. This can bring major transformations in leadership, but also an indication of the death of a leader. On April 12th, we have the full moon in Chitra Nakshatra in Virgo. In Chitra, we must go through an extreme amount of stress, which is testing us. It's represented by the pearl, where perfection is achieved. It's all about the ability to create. This is ruled by the architect Vishwakarma, who is a master at design but also rules over weapons and engineering. This is the master of Maya, illusion, magic, and those who are into design and fashion. This is also an adept at making weapons for war, for good or evil purposes. He does not discriminate. There is a humiliation that must take place to women, mothers, the housing industry, especially because Mars is in detriment in the 11th house. This humiliation is based on something that you are building, which is genius, yet others cannot see it because you're ahead of your time. Or it can be that you have such a big ego that you believe that you're the best at everything, and this is your chance to humble yourself now as someone comes who is better than you, and this is the lesson. This can also be in the matters of government and how the kingdoms are run. No matter how good you are, remember, there's always someone waiting to take your place. For individuals, this can be in their social circles, alliances, groups. This is based on a transformation and has to do with neighboring countries, how we communicate, trade, travel, new technology, those who like to manipulate their social circle. Jupiter is trining the moon from the 9th house, which has to do with resources, the masses in foreign countries. Relationships are completely transforming, and so are we as a result, and this can bring many conflicts. But also it can bring wealth as well, and spiritual knowledge. It can bring some good luck as well. It's going to be dependent upon your chart, and I'll make an entire video about this. But remember, this is Virgo. This is conflicts, matters of war, health issues. It's also going to involve parliament, the vice presidents of countries, the aims and national plans, the alliances of many countries. It's a completion in the matters of health, war, civil servants, daily routines, conflict, challenges. The sun is in Revati Nakshatra, which is ruled by Pushan. The sun is at the Gandanta point. This is the shepherd or the lighthouse that shines the way and shows the path to the rest. Leaders have a crisis to deal with in the matters of loss, endings, foreign affairs. People are being displaced, homelessness and isolation is happening. For the US, this is conjunctus IC, which means it's affecting the homelands, and the moon is conjuncted Saturn in the 10th house. It's affecting its reputation in regards to shared resources, money in neighboring countries, laws and foreign affairs. This is conjunct Canada's ascendant in the 12th house. There is a loss and conflict for the country, which affects the country and its homeland. On April 20th, we'll have an exact conjunction of Rahu and Saturn. So the revolts against the government, protests in the way of things are being run, this is going to amplify that energy that you're already seeing now and come to a head. Saturn is trying to hold on to what we have, but Rahu wants to create something new. Saturn is the masses, Rahu is technology. People want to move forward, but they're in fear in losing what they have and giving it up for an unorthodox way. Rahu wants to break the laws and goes to illegal means to do this. Overwhelming fear and anxiety can merge due to a hidden agenda at play. Travels to foreign lands and karma with new technology that completely changes everything. Saturn will move into Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra from Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, which is good. This is kind of like the elite agenda may take a little rest for a minute, but it'll be back in Purva Bhadrapada on October 3rd. This is going into the Yogi Nakshatra. This is on April 27th, and this is where we must balance the physical world with the spiritual world. This can be the physical world or the online virtual world. Many awakenings can happen here, many endings in areas, many things happening in the sky, the karma of the sky, but also there can be accidents involving planes in the sky, more of these. And then on April 27th, that same day, we have a new moon in Bharani Nakshatra, which is bringing transformation, women's rights. The symbol is the yoni. It's about sexuality. It's about children. It's ruled by Yama, which is the god of death. Bharani can translate into bearing or she who bears. It can represent the birth of something new or destroying the old ways, like Kali Ma, destroys the ego by killing the demons. It is death, transformation, rebirth, a battlefield against the good and evil. Extreme events can occur, confusion and chaos. This pada goes into Leo Navamsha, which can signal the leaders going to extremes. A mass transformation in the homelands of many countries involving leaders, many endings. This ending involves the reputation of many countries and its leaders, also government officials in authority positions. New leadership is very possible, possibly in the US, but definitely in Canada. And this is also affecting Parliament, national treasuries, printing of money, the departments of the government, the vice presidents of countries, and the alliances among many countries. So that's just a little bit about what I see. I thank you so much for watching. I'll have separate videos on most of the transits coming up. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.